Jai Shri Radhe Vaishnav Jai Shri Krishna. This is day 15 of the readings of the 252 Vaishnav, 252 Vaishnavas, and it is the story of Sri Chacha Harivansh, Varta number 3, and we are at part 1 continued. A few days after Chachaji had left Kambaich, Sahajpal Doshi, Jiu Parikh and Madhudas Daral left the confinement of their home, saying that they were going to travel to Varanasi, but really went with Sri Gosaiji's lotus feet in their hearts to have the sight of Sri Gosaiji in Adel. It took them just a few days to reach there. First they met Chachaji, then they all went to Sri Gosaiji together. The three friends felt much joy. Chachaji explained to them Chachaji explained to Sri Gosaiji how he had granted them the name initiation. After asking Sri Gosaiji's permission, Chachaji had them all initiated with Brahma Sambandh. They were all overjoyed to take this vow of surrender. Afterwards, they requested Sri Gosaiji to teach them all the principles of the path of grace. He explained everything to them thoroughly. How happy they were. Sri Gosaiji granted them great grace. They stayed there for some days. Madhudas composed some new poems for the Lord. One day Chachaji asked him to sing his compositions for Sri Gosaiji so that his voice would become unwavering. Madhudas immediately began to sing to Sri Gosaiji in front of Chachaji. Dhanya Kalindi, Dhanya Vrindavan and Dhanya Shri Gokulabas. Madho Das Ke Dhani Shri Vittala Puri Hamari As. The river Yamuna is most gracious, wonderful is Vrindavan, most blessed is the residence of Sri Gokul. The poet Madhudas now sings, Sri Vittalnathji has fulfilled all our hopes. After he had heard this, Sri Gosaiji was most pleased and said to Chachaji, O Chachaji, I really should reside in Gokul. This he announced at that time. After staying with Sri Gosaiji some more days, those three Vaishnavas returned to Kambaich. Bhav Prakash. In the eternal Leela, Madhudas is Chandrakala's Saki named Kokila Kanti. Her voice is sweet like that of a nightingale. Her voice is most dear to Sri Thakurji. In the eternal Leela, Sahajpal Doshi is Chandra Bhan Gop, a cowherd, and Jiu Parikh is Mahiman. Their feeling towards Sri Chandravalaji is that of parental love, hence they all share a great love for Sri Gosaiji. Once Sri Gosaiji sent Chachaji to Gujarat. He was on his way to Gujarat to fulfill his Guru's wishes when he lost his way. He found himself in a huge forest and spent 3 days lost in that jungle. As he was moving along, on the 4th day he saw a duck flying upwards. Chachaji realized there must be a body of water somewhere nearby. With this in mind, he carried on and came to a tiny village where he found a well. He stood at the well and there saw a lady drawing water. There were 3 other Vaishnavas with Chachaji. When that lady saw the 4 of them standing at the well, she left the rope with which she was pulling up the water on the side of the well and went to stand at a distance. The Vaishnavas took out their pots and rope and pulled water from the well. They performed their ablutions, toilet, teeth cleaning, bath and tilak, and sat down to do their daily recitations. When they had done all this, they got up to leave. When she saw that they had completed their daily routine, the lady went back to the well. Whenever any man from the village would come to the well, that lady would move away and then return afterwards. Chachaji started to go on his way. The lady then fell at his feet from a little distance and humbly beseeched him in sign language to come with the others to her home. They could not understand the language she spoke. She used her hands to guide them to the cowshed near her home. There she invited them to sit down and she went into the village. From the village she fetched another lady who was able to speak the Vaishnava's language. They both went into the forest and picked some very nice fruit, which they put into a basket and brought to Chachaji. Chachaji told the lady that he would be able to see the fruits if they let him pay for them. The second lady explained to her what he had said, for she could not understand a word of the language. Hearing this, the first lady said to the second, But I don't need to be paid for these. Please ask them why they cannot otherwise use the fruits. Ask them and then explain to me what they say. The second lady spoke to Chacha Harivansh. She does not want to be paid for them. She would like to know why you will not accept these fruits. Please tell me what you would like me to explain to her. Harivansh explained, if she takes payment, then we can accept the basket of fruit. We do not accept anything that is given to us by a non-Vaishnava. This was explained to the first lady. She asked the other lady to reply to Chachaji, if this is the case, could they make me into a Vaishnava? Then they might accept the fruits. The second lady translated this to Chachaji. Seeing her insistence, Chacha Harivansh asked her to convey his message. A Vaishnava cannot eat inappropriate foodstuffs. Again, the first lady asked the question to be conveyed. When one becomes a Vaishnava, what can and can't one eat? After hearing this question, Chachaji replied, Vaishnavas eat grains as well as fruits and vegetables. They do not eat masoor dal, carrots, radishes, gular, the fruit of the banyan tree that has insects inside it, or watermelon. If she will adopt these rules, then I can initiate her as a Vaishnava and accept these fruits. Otherwise, we will not accept them. A Vaishnava pays Bhav Prakash. A Vaishnava must pay much attention to what they may and may not eat, and they never accept anything from non-Vaishnavas. They should pay for what they need. The reason for this is that such goods are tainted through the sway or influence of worldly souls, and this constitutes a connection other than to the path. Therefore, they cannot be accepted by the Lord according to the rules of Pushti Marg. Eating such things damages the mind and the heart, may turn away from the beloved, Bahirmukata. A doubt may arise here. That lady had very devotedly offered the fruits which she had brought fresh from the forest. There was no sway of any other embodied soul upon them. Why did Chachaji therefore not accept them? The answer given here is that the lady had taken the second lady with her to fetch the fruits from the forest, so it was she who had cast her sway upon them. Even though she had offered them devotedly, still, from the point of view of the path, they were outside the realm of being related to the beloved Lord. For this reason, Chachaji did not accept them. It would have constituted relationship to another. Therefore, he could not accept anything from a Vaishnava who has not established their relationship to the Lord by adhering to the rules of the path of grace as instructed by Sri Vallabhacharya. Furthermore, a Vaishnava does not eat masoor dal, carrot or radishes and other smelly root vegetables because they all come under the category of tamasic foods. Eating them defiles the intelligence and becomes an obstacle to entrance into the Lord's eternal pastimes. The simple reason for this is that the Lord does not accept such tamasic offerings. Eating such unaccepted things creates an obstacle in devotional service. This is the underlying principle. The second lady, part 2 continued. The second lady clearly explained everything Chachaji had said. Hearing his words, the first lady became very pleased. She told the second, they have released me from this world of struggle which is so hard to cross over. Please tell them that I find their words full of the highest teachings, and therefore I would request them to kindly grace me by initiating me as a Vaishnava. The second lady conveyed her words to Harivansh. Seeing the first lady's deep longing, Harivansh gave instruction for her to bathe, wear new clothes, and come there without touching anything on the way, so that he might then initiate her. Hearing these words through her friend, the lady bathed and came to Harivansh in a state of purity, aparas. He then gave her the name initiation and led her to understand that she should always bathe and wear pure clothing before she take the name of the Lord. She then begged that Harivansh accept the basket of fruits. Harivansh sent for some water and washed all the fruits. It was thus the fourth day when Chachaji and the 3 Vaishnavas, as well as the lady, all partook of fruits after they had been offered to the beloved Lord. She asked to be told all the ways of the path and what her duties now were. He told her that she must get rid of all the cooking in other pots that she had in her house and replace them with new ones and keep these new vessels separately. After getting rid of all the old pots, she should use a new pot to collect water to use to clean the house and renew the whitewash. Then only she should fill the new pots with water. The lady then cleaned out her whole house and gave everything to her older co-wife. She brought and stored fresh rice and other grains along with powdered sugar and tuar dal, oily lentils, etc. When all such changes had been made, she showed Harivansh, who told her exactly what was right and what she should give to her co-wife. She asked Harivansh if she could offer him anything, and he replied that from now on he would be willing to accept her from her. Bhav Prakash, she was now related to the Lord, and so now was everything she had. We will continue tomorrow for the rest of part 2. So Aaj ke Anand ki Jai, Jai Shri Krishna Sab Vaishnavan ko. Thus, just concluding for today, Chacha Harivanshji's third Varta of the 252, day 15. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Ji.